Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Live from the Sword Coast podcast. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master this evening. Tonight, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign, playing, Greg Gillespie's very cool Barrowmaze complete, using now Kevin Crawford's equally cool Scarlet Heroes system, published by Cine Nomine Publishing. And I have no idea what Greg's company is called. So I don't know who the publisher is. With me tonight to engage in this bit of crawling through dungeons are the stars of the Wednesday night sessions. I'll go the order you guys logged in on here. First off, we got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Badonk Bent Bucket, the acrobatic goblin monk. And this evening, I am going to be enjoying some Bullet Bourbon.
Ooh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Next up is Steve-O.
Yo, I am playing Worbin Silverstone, the intrepid dwarven storm druid, and I am drinking water.
Because Steve indulged in a little too much early Christmas cheer last night.
Uh-huh.
And last but not least is Dave.
Hey everybody, I am Dave. I'm playing West Littlefoot Halfling Ranger, and I'm currently just drinking some San Pellegrino, Clementina. But now that I've heard Bullet and I'm looking at it across the room sitting on my bar, I might go get some.
Go Team Bullet.
Team Bullet.
I'm never going to share my drinks because they're always so sad. My blueberry herb tea is a pale fucking comparison.
Your old man tea?
My old man tea, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so guys, last session, we don't have Dave O with us tonight because he has a hot date with his daughter, actually. He's got a father-daughter night tonight. So we have one player out and one player in. What I'm going to say narratively is that Dave is still there. I'm going to NPC Skurg tonight, and as long as he survives, I'll give him 1 XP. That will be the benefit of having his character in peril. Worbin, I'm going to introduce to you in medias res, so you will know sort of when you're coming in, because I've sort of got something in my mind as to how what you've been up to and to explain your absence for the last little while.
Okay.
But Badonk and Wes, you were there last session. What happened last session?
Do we have to? Can we pretend that something else was going on?
We were sitting around and we were drinking Bullet.
Let me get the reference photos here. Let's see here. We so you guys were in the flying city of Serene. You sought out and made friends with a Pegatar who was needed to recover his sword. You went exploring with a friend, a gnomish friend of Skurg's named Ozzy, and his clockwork companion Otbot.
Right, and then we made it home safe.
Yeah, and then while exploring a bandit camp that you found decimated, you found Stagander, the hiding in the bottom of the loo. You found
Totally what happened. That's up.
what happened?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Dave may have had a stroke. Is he in the the hangout? No, he's frozen in both right now.
Yeah, that was just too much for his internet.
Too much excitement. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to get out of here. But what did happen last time is after you guys found that decimated bandit camp deep in the blackened forest, the bandits who had absconded with the Pegatar's sword, you found hiding in the loo a Northman named Stagander, who was the guy who had challenged your now dead companion, Sir Albus, to a duel. Shortly thereafter, you heard him start crying when crashing through the woods was this monstrous thing.
Yeah.
An enormous, fearsome wyvern. And mounted atop the wyvern was this fine fellow. A dark druid.
That's right.
And that's where sort of we left things off. So with Werbin, where we have picked you up is you have been, when you were flying back to Serene with Badonk, you actually left because you've been sort of, every time you've been off screen, I've been picturing you've been dealing with members of the local druidic circle. You heard what Skurg had to tell you about that dark dream he had and about the corruption that seems to be bedeviling the region. And you were trying to, you've been sort of leaving yourself open to, to trying to help find out what's been going on. That's what you've been doing while, you've been gone. And you haven't had a lot of luck. There's been either strange disappearances amongst the circle, just like in our gaming group tonight. But also there have been really unnatural signs. And what you heard from a hawk ally of yours was that the blighted druids were making a move, and you've been sort of following along this. You're sort of like surveying this area, trying to find where this thing, the threat was. And what you found was that there was one of these blighted druids. Unfortunately, he seems to have an ally in the form of this enormous reptile, the wyvern. And the combined power of a blighted druid with a wyvern was certainly more than you were able to take on. So you've been in sort of inconspicuously following this thing along in like sparrow form or something like that, some kind of inconspicuous shapeshifting, because you have that wild shape ability as well.
Right.
But now you've seen this thing. You did witness it attack and decimate all the members of that bandit camp, and then you saw it took off, and it seemed as if it was going to be heading back to the northeast, back to wherever it came from, and you would see an opportunity to finally find where these druids were meeting, where their blighted circle may be located. But then it suddenly turned back, as if warned by something, and when this thing crashed through, you sort of have landed, and what you see is facing both this druid and this enormous wyvern are Skurg, Badonk, and Wes. And you fear for their lives because you know that a wyvern is basically a match for some young dragons even.
Okay.
So that's where we'll set you, as you've been there. It's just that they did not know that you were coming.
Right. The spirit guardian.
For the time being, we're going to say Wes is stunned.
I think we're all stunned. That's a fair assessment.
Yeah. And what the druid says, actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do here. So the druid is on the back of that wyvern. It slides down off it. There's no like saddle or anything like that. It just drops down, and around it are all these flies buzzing. As it stalks forward, it looks at not Badonk. It looks at Skurg, and with a gesture, there's this like basically a prison of stone that surrounds him. Like, you know what a mine here is? Those big standing stones you find in like England and northern France.
Yeah.
It's as if he was swallowed by one of those.
Whoa.
That was with a gesture. Now, let's roll initiative.
Oh man.
So remember, it's 1d8 plus your dexterity modifier. I rolled I rolled an 8. You got
There's a new dice roller here. Noise.
oh yeah, they made some changes. Woo! And Werbin, what's your dexterity modifier?
Nah, nothing? No.
It's two things. It's jack and squat.
Yep.
Oh, here, Dave, back.
Yep.
Wes, you're just in time to roll initiative.
I summoned my courage.
Your stunned face wore off, and you're here.
Okay, Badonkadonk has got a 4.
Donkadonk. D8 plus dex.
D8 plus dex, yes, please. Oops, wrong thing. Where am I going? Yes, there we go. Let me just do this here, guys. And Wesley, where are you? Wes.
Going after Werbin.
Okay. Yes. All right. So we have. Oops, wrong thing. Where's my initiative? I'm just going to move you guys around on the thing, because that's easier than entering numbers constantly. So Badonk here at the bottom here, looks like, and Werbin is rocking place number 1. Wow. So you guys were unaware that Werbin was actually here. What's happened right now? Oh yeah, Vaz is there as well too. What's going on? Why is my thing? I think my oh, you know why? Damn it, I'm not on select. That's why. Ha, dummy. User error. That would be the problem. Who wants to roll for Vaz?
Vaz has
Nice.
their own initiative.
Yep.
She's special.
What's her thing?
Vaz has a +1 with agility.
1d8 plus 1 for Vaz.
Whoa!
Nice.
Oh, boom!
Oh,
Vaz is in charge.
why did it roll 2d8 plus 1? Oh, because that's
Ladies
what I
first.
clicked.
Oh, so
No,
what-
that's
yeah.
not right.
No.
Yeah, that wasn't right. I thought it was 1d8 plus 1, but it was 2.
Go ahead. Try one more time.
So even with an extra dice, she barely beat Werbin.
Oh, it was the 1 that she had got.
Okay.
It was the 7 that wasn't allowed.
Yeah, it was the 7 that was the incorrect roll.
Right. I don't know if I can.
Look, I don't blame her for being scared.
No, because this dark druid looks kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Be less creepy if he had a couple arrows in him. He was laying there inert. But just saying.
Let's see here.
I'm not sure I want to fight though.
So there he is. Okay.
Now, did you say you're playing Mr. Skirk?
Yeah, I'll take Skurg. Okay, and this guy's dex is higher than yours, Werbin, so he'll be going first. All right. So Dark Druid is up first. Well, what's happened to Mr. Skurg has been basically swallowed or sealed in a mine here. So
he fell in the pooper.
this guy, I'll get what's his name, Gregor, whatever his name is, out of the way here because he is not in this scene. Okay, so this guy stalks forward, and he looks and kind of. Well, I guess you can't really see, but his face, because of that concealed, that big cloth on him, and the giant wyvern behind him kind of, roars, and its tail with that giant stinger on the end still kind of, whips back and forth in the air, the sound of wind whipping through its vicious tip, seemingly eager to find as if it has a mind of its own and eager to find a destination. But he gestures back and says, "They're mine." And you see his form sort of, twists and breaks open. and where once this guy stood, there's now this enormous pale white but sickly with like pustules on it and cankers that are both pink and some are like pale gray in color. An enormous fucking bear that comes charging forward at you guys. And let's see who he's going to attack first. We got actually it's only the three of you left right now because he's not aware that Werbin is there. 1, 2 means Vaz. So he comes charging forward at Vaz. Let's see here. Her AC. It opens up. I'm going to make my screen completely full of crap and information. There we go. Pretty good. Pretty good. Look at that. Her armor is a 4. So let's see here. This thing gets 2 claws. Whoa, nat 20 and a nat 1. I am truly hitting the full spectrum tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do crit hit with 1, and then he will be off balance for the other. So she does, or she takes rather, where's the bear? Bear. Would be 3. So she takes 1 point of damage. Let me set up her bar here. Boom. There we go. You guys can all see her bar now, right?
Yep, actually I can.
Where is it here? There we go. Hit points. Okay, and there's Badonk. There's old Wes. Get your hit points set up here, buddy. Hit points. Not that I'm planning.
4.
Oh, yeah, his hit points are going to be updated on the sheet there. You got 14 hit points now. Look at you. Ooh. All the more damage I can do to you. And Werbin, you do not have your hit points filled in. So you have 15 hit points. My goodness. That's going to take a lot to take you down.
That's good.
All right, so you say. All right, so there is here. So this thing was racing forward, claws at her, and then she manages to sort of deke to the side, and its massive, stinking, discolored fangs are not able to connect with her. Oh, it snaps at her. And that is the end of his turn. Werbin, you are up next. What are you doing? So you were in Sparrow form right now on the side. What would you like to do?
Werbin leaps into the fray, pops into his dwarven form, says, "Stand back! This foe is beyond any of you." And then he casts Obscuring Mist. Okay.
So the Obscuring Mist, so basically you leap forward, and so I forgot this town. Next round, we're going to have to declare whether anyone's spellcasting or retreating, because I forgot. But anyway, you leap out, and suddenly the entire area, out of nowhere, Werbin is suddenly here, and the entire area is shrouded in thick mist. Wes, what do you do?
I didn't realize Werbin was going to do that. So I'm going to release the arrow at the ugly druid dude.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's...
I can't see him then, right?
Make your attack roll. If you get a nat 20, you'll hit. Otherwise, I think it's probably going to be a miss.
Okay.
On the plus side, the chances are you're not going to hit Vaz then as well.
Our pack. Nice little foot. There it is.
Okay, and bump, 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 bump. Where's
my bow? Short bow.
Ooh. Yeah. So you, fortunately, I mean, it's not bad enough that you completely miss, but you have no idea whether your arrow hits or misses or what. This thing is beyond you guys, so you cannot apply your fray dice to it.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Badonk. What would you like to do?
So can I still see this thing?
You can see sort of like forms moving in the mist, but it's pretty much completely concealed by the mist.
I think the first thing you would do is attempt an attack on the bear.
Okay.
Just to
Let's
see-
do this. Give me a wisdom check to get so like you can run up to them.
Yep.
Okay. And you'd be able to add your goblin senses to that, I think.
All right. Okay, so that would be 2d8 plus 3.
Now remember that your wisdom went up at level 4 as well.
Right.
As did Wes, for that matter. You know,
Wow,
whopping
Wes.
16.
12.
No problem at all. You're sort of like listening. You can hear the sound of Vaz's voice. You know, she's cursing this thing out in common, and the bear itself is making a ton of noise. So you're easily able to get in there. Go ahead and make an attack roll. I'm just going to give. I'll give a penalty of -4 actually to everybody's attacks here. Assuming you guys are kind of like, you're not like constantly in touch with each other. You're attacking, moving back, and whatnot. So go ahead and make your attack roll. Ooh, I don't think that was a nat 20 though.
It's a 14.
14. Oh, okay, shit. So let's see here. That means you're subtracting 4, but then you're adding 2. So yeah, that actually does connect.
Nice.
Nice. So that is 2 points of damage on this thing. Wow. Was it what stance do you happen to be in right now?
I think he would have taken like the something low to the ground, so I don't know what he would have called it. I don't remember the names of them.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. No.
Chihuahua.
It was like the bulldog stance or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Biting bulldog.
Okay.
Like that.
So yeah, so that's that connects. Yeah, you're kind of like whirring, like growl or whirring on his on this thick hide, and he roars and tries to kind of knocks you off. Okay, then I guess it's Vazquez's turn. Who wants to? Just someone choose to be controlling Vaz, and then just go ahead and make her attack. She's got a halberd.
Someone
Hey,
want to roll
Kev,
for him?
the character sheets you sent today, they look like the Pathfinder sheets.
They are the wrong ones.
Oh,
Which ones?
the sheets that you sent today in email?
Oh, hold on. Let me.
That's right.
Vasquez. I got her.
I keep
So
downloading
what
it
does
and
she
saving
use,
it
Kev?
and
Her
going, what did I
halberd?
do wrong?
Her halberd, please. Yeah.
Okay. She got a 9.
Total.
So, yeah, she didn't do very well.
She didn't stab herself in the foot, though.
Well, she might have.
There you go, guys. There's the correct ones now. Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, this thing's in so close, and it's so it's so it's so obscured, I guess. Or so the fog is so thick that she just kind of swings. Unfortunately, does not hit you either, Badonk, but is not able to connect meaningfully with the druid. End of the round, guys. Top of the round. Anybody casting spells this round?
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so then that's fine. So see if you are hit by an attack, then you will be disrupted and you won't be able to cast a spell if you get hit before the spell goes off. Let's roll initiative. I got a 6. Initiatize.
What do we get?
Whoa, but don't got a 10.
But donk is.
Well, we got a 1. Sweet.
Warbin is a little surprised that didn't work better. So 6, and your dex is higher than the druid, so you'll go before him. And then how does Vaz do? Jeff, you're rolling for Vaz?
Oh, sure. Vaz has +1. That's got a 4.
4. Okay, so she's before Werbin. All right, so that's the order then. Badonk, you were up first. What do you want to do?
Well, since I did manage to hit on the first attack, I will make another attack.
Okay, go ahead, make an attack roll. Yeah.
He's clawing at him. Oh, not a very good hit. Max damage, but no.
Okay, so 15 then is it's a net of +2 you get. So unfortunately, that's not. You're able to get in a little closer, but you're as you're about to connect, that you can see coming through the fog this massive like bear claw kind of trying to connect with you as you're coming in. You duck underneath the thing, and it moves over your head, but it's unfortunately ruined the opening that you thought you had. Wes, what are you doing?
Is our Pegator still around?
The Pegator, you're not sure. He is still around. Just the DM may have forgotten about him.
Okay. Well, I call out to him and try to find him in the fog, the mist.
Okay. What do you call out? Like, what do you say specifically?
What was his name? Quiniston?
Quiniston, yeah.
Quiniston, where are you? We need to get out of here.
Okay.
And he can fly, and we can't. So,
okay. Give me a wisdom check, please, and you'll be able to add. What do you have? What's your any sense related thing you got here? Let's see. Sightless senses. Go ahead and add that.
Hey, not being able to see is becoming a pattern.
I'm going to let you roll 3D because he's presumably going to be coming towards you. Go ahead and roll 3D8 and keep the highest 2.
Okay. 3D8 plus. And my sightless senses is just 1, and my wisdom, so +3. Holy
shit! You see through time.
15,650 different. I know exactly where he is in the future.
Yeah. So you sort of go. You know what I'll let you do with a roll that good is not only do you find each other, you sort of are. You can hear him coming out of the galloping along the ground. You leap up and you land on his back, and then he flaps his wings, and you guys are now above the obscured area.
Sweet.
Okay. Then it is the druid's turn. So we have Vaz and Badonk to choose from. Let's see here. Let's start with, I think, evens or odds there, Badonk?
Odd.
Odd. Okay, so then he's attacking Vaz with his bite first. That is a miss, and then he's going to try and batter her with his claws. Another nat 20. Fuck. So one is a miss.
No.
But she takes another 2 points of damage, and then he didn't hit with both of his claws though. So when you get hit with both of a bear's claws, that's when bad news happens. So once again, she takes another single point of damage. And it
bad news bears
bellows out in you're not sure if it's a mix of fury or of excitement. But then it is Vaz's turn. What's she doing?
Well, she doesn't like getting bit or clawed.
Yep.
So she's going to try and swing her halberd again.
Okay. Yep.
Big blow, big miss.
Big
again,
miss.
Max damage. Terrible roll.
If she survives, here's the upside, guys. If she survives this session, she actually gains a level.
Well, let's get her to survive.
Yeah.
Go dive into the shitter.
Okay. And then Werbin, you're up.
Werbin is going to.
Is Werbin having a nap?
What's that?
Apparently.
Werbin's having a nap on the sofa.
Werbin has a sword flat.
Why do you think you put up the mist cloak myth? The mist.
Okay.
Guys, you handle us. I'm just going to go take a couple minutes for myself.
All right. Well, Werbin says, did you see that? That's a wyvern. That thing is very dangerous. We should probably get out of here. And then he casts Shillelagh. on his staff. Hello?
I hear you.
Hello?
Hey,
Okay. So you cast Shillelagh on your staff. Your staff, it's kind of, there's a bright greenish light that sort of swirls around your staff, and it seems to harden into a magical toughness. Pretty cool. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So that was Werbin's turn. That means top of the round. Who's casting spells this round? The druid's going to continue to try and take Ravage, what's her name, down, or like tear her apart. So he's not casting spells. Werbin, you're the only other person who can cast spells. Any spells this round?
No.
No. Okay. Then Obscuring Mist lasts for fucking ever. Like 12 turns.
Wow.
Okay, so let's roll some initiative, guys. I got a 2.
Dose. Okay. Badonk gets a 9,
Okay.
and Vasquez
It's an 8.
got a 2.
Got a 2. Okay. But Vaz's dex is higher than, okay, so Badonk got a 9. Wes got a 10. Wow, look at you, Wes. Okay, so Wes is up top. Then Werbin, he did pretty well too. Wow. Okay. Oh, Badonk did poor. So Badonk's at the bottom.
No,
That was
that's
Vaz. That was
Vasquez
Vaz, right?
got 2. Yeah, Badonk
Vasquez got 2. Okay.
9 or something.
Got 9. Yeah, okay, so you're above Wes. Boom, boom, boom.
I got 10.
You got 10. Oh, yeah. So it's Wes, Badonk, Werbin, the Druid, and then Vaz. Okay, so Vaz is faster than the Druid. Okay, Wes, you're up first. What are you doing?
With my new winged friend, wondering if do you think we can draw the wyvern away from the action?
It does seem to look up at you.
Well, I'll shoot down at the wyvern just to try and draw its ire, and then maybe we can fly away and level the scales a bit.
Go ahead and make an attack roll, please. No penalty here. It's not contained in the obscuring mist.
And it's probably big enough to stick out of the mist.
It's just that it's covered in really heavy armored scales too. I said, like, this is something that can easily hunt a young dragon.
He's a jerk. That's what he is.
Mr. Skirk wanted to hunt dragons too. So
it is one of my favorite monsters in D&D too. So love that. All right, so Wes, you take aim, and yeah, actually that does hit. And 9 gives you 2 points of damage on it. So this thing is hit.
It's not going to like us.
I would tend to say that is definitely that it does not like you. Just give me a second. I need to grab. I wrote his stats down, but I think oh, you know what? I'm gonna try something new here. Where is it? I just got in the mail my copy of this BX Essentials, which has little. So they're supposed to be really handy ways to find all the basic D&D rules and such. And Wyvern is in here. Terrific. And it's the same as I thought. All right, cool. So you, the shot goes out and you hit the Wyvern for 2 points of damage. It sinks into its neck. Its neck, or its head kind of twists around, sees you. And the Pegator says, I think you got its attention.
Get us out of here.
For him as well. 7 is not going to cut it. He lets loose an arrow that just knocks off its hide. And then, he starts trying to get some distance between you and the Wyvern. Badonk, you are up next. What are you doing?
Badonk. I think him and Vasquez are continuing to attack this bear. So he's going to use his bulldog stance again.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Badonk.
1 damage.
Okay. So you Yes, nice. Okay, so you leap in again and manage to connect with this guy. He takes only 1 point of damage. Okay. Yeah, you're sort of weakening him a bit, but it's not a huge difference. All right, so the wyvern, I guess, is going to wait till the druid's turn. Werbin, what are you doing?
We're gonna now. Do I know where the bear is?
It's somewhere in the obscured mist.
Okay.
I don't think you can see through it. Like, I'm going to check the spell here, but yeah.
I wonder, would Fairy Fire help at all? If I mean, I can't cast a spell this round. I'm gonna try to find the bear and attack it.
Okay, so give me a. Let's see here. Which of your traits might help you find it?
Don't hit Vasquez.
Dwarven senses, maybe. You've got thermal vision, so maybe you might be able to see that. Give me a wisdom check, please. Roll 2d8.
Go.
And add your wisdom, add 1 from your trait.
That is 4, so plus 4 is 9.
Is 9. Okay. Not good enough. No. You're sort of running around and you can picture like you get in there and you're suddenly just completely engulfed in this fog. And you can hear the sound of battle near you, people shouting, growling, both animalistic and little goblin growls. But you can't locate where these things are. It's just such a thick fog. Vaz, what's she doing?
Another halberd blow. So.
Ooh,
nice.
That hits. So she
2 more damage.
Spins around and hits him. And that was definitely a good strike. That's she's finally managed to draw some blood with that. The bear again snarls at her, angry and hungry. And let me just check here. Right. Okay. Then it is whose turn? Then it's the druid's turn. He snarls. He knows who he hates. It's Vaz. So he's going to try and first bite her. Oops. Nat 20 again. Good Lord. I'm using different dice too, guys. Like that's max damage then. So she takes 2 points of damage this time as this thing, kind of clips her with its jaws. And then it's going to try and bash her with its claws.
Is somebody keeping track of her hit points?
Both misses. Jeff should be.
Yeah, that's 6 total, right? So
Yeah.
far.
So then
She currently has 2 hit points.
Holy shit.
She's getting beat up.
Yeah. All right. Wow, she's nearly dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it is the wyvern's turn. So the wyvern leaps up and it kind of like jogs or trots into the mist and then takes flight. Oh my gosh, it's really quick. So it's going to close in with you guys and it will make, let's see here, an attack on, I'm going to say 1 and 2. It's on the halfling. Otherwise, it's on the, what do you call it? Pegator. Both on the Pegator. So first, the bite. Oh, that definitely hits. And this giant jaws snaps in. Its head is easily the size of the Pegator's like entire torso. Like it could swallow you in one bite there, Wes. And it chomps around him, and he screams in pain. Let me see how many hit dice he actually has. I need my creature. Oop. All right, where is he here? Pegator is... where is he? Humanoids. Nope. Oh, there he is. Pegator has... Oh, okay. So He is not down, but he's pretty fucking badly hurt. And then that tail comes whipping in at him. And nat 1. Shoo, it misses, and you guys are able to pull away a little bit. He dodges to the side. So you've got some distance between you and the wyvern. Whew. End of the round, guys. Top of the round. Who's casting spells? Not the druid.
No, but
Steve-O, no spells?
I don't think so.
but Vasquez is disengaging.
Okay, Vasquez is disengaging. Awesome. Okay.
Try to encourage the Pegator to get under the canopy so he can get away from this wyvern, because clearly flying the friendly skies isn't the best option.
Yo, this thing's really dangerous.
And fast.
Okay, great. Let's roll initiative. I got a 6 for bad guys.
Got a 7 for Wes.
Nice.
We need that.
3.
Badonk got a
Ruben got a
6.
3. Badonk got a 6. Which ties. What's Badonk?
Kez
Badonk's
got a 5.
5. Okay. So that's the order then. Wes, then Badonk, then the druid or the bad guys, and then Vaz, and then Wurbin. So Wes, you're up first. What are you doing? This wyvern is above you and gonna be diving.
Try to get the wyvern, or not the wyvern, the Pegator to swoop in towards the ground so I can
Sure.
jump off and do like a tumble check or something, acrobatics, to get off this thing without getting killed,
Okay.
and so that he can take whatever evasive maneuvers he needs.
Yeah, so he'll move to kind of like nape of the earth. I think the only way to safely do it is to sort of go through the into the clearing again. So he sort of wheels down and then gets down to that bandit camp again. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay, so
And
dexterity would add 3.
Yep.
Sightless senses would add 1. If I'm going back into that area, we can't really see.
no, because you're not really trying to, like, whether you can see or not. I don't think really
It's not going to really play. Okay,
No.
that's fine.
If you've got something else that would apply, like you've got that magical item that give you a +1.
That's for climbing and jumping. Like jumping off.
Yeah.
Jumping off a moving Pegator.
Yeah. And if you're trying to go into a run, well, I mean,
I'm just trying not to crash.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's all your modifiers and +4 to the roll.
So 14.
14 is good enough. Yeah, so you hit the ground and you tumble a bit, and you safely come out of the roll. Then it's Badonk. You're still engaged with this thing, the druid. What are you doing?
Definitely trying to get its attention. I can see that Vasquez is quite hurt, so I'm going to make a vicious attack at his face.
Go ahead. Here we go.
One good roll.
Oh,
Yeah!
nice.
Nice.
Okay. So you hit him, and as he pulls back, you're just kind of your claws go crazy against this thing's face. He yanks back, and then suddenly transforms back into his normal form. Okay, and then it is his turn and the wyvern's turn. So the wyvern has 2 choices. I'm going to make the same roll. 1 to 2, it's the halfling. Otherwise, it is the Pegator. It's the Pegator. So he goes wings down towards him. Oy, that's a hit. Pegator takes. So this wyvern wings down, and then its mouth snaps out. And then all you see is basically what looks like a headless horse hits the ground and then rolls around in this awful bloody leap. The wyvern spends the rest of its round going and swallowing the broken torso of your Pegator ally. The druid, however, okay, he didn't like that at all. And he did not plan to cast a spell. So I think he's just going to, let's see here, lash out with a cantrip. So he... Yeah, because he can't use Wild Shape yet either. So what he does is, I got a fray dice on him. I keep forgetting about. I'm gonna spread some of this shit around right now to make up for lost time. So he, his eyes sort of flare with that baleful light, that blue, orange light that seems to be enveloping his eyes in the picture, and then he lashes out, and there's this swirling, whipping winds that go around. He's going to try and get Badonk with it first. Badonk, you're hit. Badonk, you take 1 point of damage from this biting wind, and then I'm going to spread the fray dice around to everyone else who's in there. Werbin, you take 2 points of damage.
Oh, man.
Ouch.
Vaz takes 2 points of damage.
Oh, she falls.
Okay, so Vaz is down. She's buffeted to the ground and kind of rolls, away. Wes, you are too far out, so you're not going to take the damage from that just yet. And then the mist itself, those swirling winds, it dissipates, so you can now see. Everyone can see each other. Vaz's turn. She's just unconscious. Werbin, you are last. You can now see this thing. And you see that terrifying druid before you. What do you want to do?
Oh, man. Maybe I'll whack the druid with my staff.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Crush him.
Is that 2d8?
It's no 1d20.
1d20.
And you got a plus, what's it say on your sheet here?
Plus 2, I think, in total.
Nope, plus 4 in total.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, because
you-
my strength, right?
Yeah, strength plus 1, and then also it's a plus 1 magic item. So plus 4, and it does 2d8 plus 2 damage.
Nice. Boom, 16.
16 is definitely a hit. Yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
So
7.
add 2 to the highest number, which gives you 2 points of damage. The 1 gives you no damage. So you do you leap in and swing the staff, and it hits with a kind of echoing power. He staggers back and he looks at you, and now he has a new most hated foe, and he says something actually to you, Steve, in the secret language that only druids speak. And it is a curse that I will not blaspheme these airwaves with.
No.
And that is in no way because I just don't want to have to come up with something. I'm choosing to let your imagination do the worst. Okay, I think that is the end of the round, guys. Let's roll some initiative. Bad guys get a... Oh, and the druid is casting a spell or using an ability. I got a 2.
Like me. Again.
Nice. Werbin is currently at the top. Oh, the stack. Vaz is unconscious. Badonk. Oh, no. Badonk, you were acting before the druid. And Wes, how'd you do? Oh, did we lose Dave again?
We might have. You know, is Skirg actually here?
No, Skirg is sealed in that mine here.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what you said.
Arlen says NPCs for breakfast, PCs for second breakfast.
Yeah.
I tend to agree. Would someone go into Wes's character or just roll a D8 plus 3, please? And one thing he forgot is his alert ability. He actually gets to roll twice.
Oh.
Yeah, take the better result.
Well, I got 10 then.
10, yeah. Okay, so Wes is up first, looks like. All right, so we got Wes, then Werbin, then Badonk, and oh no, yeah, that was Badonk, and then the druid, then Vaz is unconscious. So, all right, Wes, Wes is holding his action until Dave's internet comes back. Werbin, what are you doing? Did you say you were casting a spell or not?
I think I'm going to whack this guy again.
Okay, so go ahead and you swing your shillelagh at him. Go ahead.
Oh, did I hit it?
Let's see here.
There we go.
16 hits. Yeah.
Again.
Okay.
Am I back?
You're back. Yeah.
You are.
Okay.
2 is that's 3
Okay.
plus 2
So
is
this
5.
is 5. So it's a plus 2. So it's once again another 1 point of damage. So, but you do connect with him and batter him to the side. Yeah. He is not pleased with this. Okay. That was Werbin. Then Wes, you're back. What do you want to do?
My initiative was 4.
No, we so 2 things. One, you've got the alert foci. Remember?
Right. I can't be surprised.
Well, you can't be surprised, and you roll initiative twice.
Oh, so did you roll again for me or something?
Yep. Jeff rolled for you and you got a 10, so you are up now.
Sweet. Well, I'm going to shoot the druid.
Okay, you look and go ahead and make your attack roll.
Like, oh, someone new to shoot. Let's do that.
Roll up to your knee and go ahead. Ooh, that is a hit. Another point of damage on him. So it sort of nicks the shoulder, drawing blood, but his shape seems to be unstable, and his muscles shifting as his skin. Badonk, what are you doing? Your foe stands revealed here now, and there's a roaring wyvern above you.
Badonk, is there an action I can take to try and disrupt his spell? Is that the point of you announcing it?
If he was casting a spell, you have to declare special abilities during that phase as well too, and those are not necessarily disrupted.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
he was hit at least. He's hit twice now.
Okay.
So if he was casting a spell, then yes, it would have disrupted it, unless he's got some kind of special ability. Because there's a foci that allow you to make a save or to take damage to ignore that.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 1.
Oh, nat 1. Okay, so
I have rolled like 7 nat 1s already today.
Yes.
Oh,
Real dice. Real dice.
Wow.
I think what the nat 1 does is the wyvern's eye turns towards you. It seems hungry. Speaking of the wyvern, it comes charging forward. Its massive jaws opening. T-Rex style towards you and tries to chomp down on you, Badonk. Oh, but I don't think that's going to be good enough. That's a 16. What is your AC?
I don't know. I haven't used it for a million years. AC is...
AC's a 3 currently. Whew. So it's 1 shy of hitting you. And these massive jaws snap just out of reach of you. Your foot kind of barely barely misses it, and then that nasty tail whips down towards you. That does manage to connect, and you take 2 points of damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please, because that stinger has poison.
Come on, Badonk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Skirk, this is kind of like a dragon. You could have been here to fight it.
That is unfortunately a failure. So, do you wish to defy death? To take damage rather than taking... Well, wyvern poison is really, really, really not good.
Yeah, so is 2d6. Oh, no, it's just 1d6.
No.
Yeah, I guess I'll defy death.
Defy death, so it's 4d6 damage. Because you're 4th level.
You roll... What?
Your level in
Well, that's
dice,
just a guaranteed death then, though, Kev.
How many hit points do you have left?
Well, 6.
It's a maximum. Yeah, that's sort of the trade-off. Hope you might roll 1s.
No, it's not worth it. I'll just take the poison. It's a guaranteed
No, the poison kills you. Like it's death. You die in X amount of turns unless someone can get a...
well, so they're both instant death. Okay.
Well, I take the roll. Might as well.
Well, right. Oops.
No?
I have to actually put roll.
Oh.
One.
Hey, the one's come in handy today.
One. So you can feel this poison coursing through you, but you toughen your stance. And okay, whew.
That's
Wow.
if we live, that's a tale to tell.
That's a heck of a lot of ones.
Yeah. The druid then looks at you guys, and it once again its form kind of shifts, and its skin pulses and pushes out, and then splits as it transforms into about it's a giant, disgusting bottle fly, but it's the size of like a Great Dane, and its wings are beating. Okay, that is, I believe, Vasquez is unconscious. End of the turn, guys. Initiatize. I got a 1, so you guys are for sure acting before.
8 again.
8 again for Wormit. Badonk gets it 8, but you got a higher dex than Werbin. Wes gets an 11. So it's Wes, Badonk, Werbin, and then the bad guys. Okay, so Wes, you were up first. What are you doing?
Shoot this nasty fly.
Okay.
I don't think we could run away.
Are we thinking run away yet?
We probably shouldn't even be fighting.
Okay. You rolled a D8 for your attack.
Oh no, I was going to my character sheet. I must have accidentally.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's good of you to put one arm behind the back for the attack. Okay, so this thing's actually not as tough as that bear hide or that bear form. So that is actually a hit. You hit this thing, and it takes 1 point of damage. Okay, and then it is Badonk's turn. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Do we need to flee?
Probably. That's a good question. Yeah, do I run? Oh, I guess I have to say before my turn if I want to disengage.
You know what, Wes? That actually should have been 6 damage, because you got a total of +4 to your damage. You got +2. Your Peerless Hunter lets you apply your choice of wisdom modifier or a relevant trait to a max of +3. This is an animal that you're hunting. I'd allow you to add that. And you've also got... Oh, your weapon is not magical, is it?
It is a +1 non-magical bow.
Yeah, so you're not adding that to damage then. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. All right, Badonk, what are you doing?
I guess I'll attack because I didn't say I was disengaging.
Are you attacking the wyvern or are you attacking the druid?
I think we need to try and kill the druid.
Okay. Whoa! Crit! Hell yeah! All right, so we'll do count it as max damage. So you actually do 4 points of damage. You hit him so hard, once again shifts out of that fly form into a normal druid form. You knocked him out of his wild shape.
Nice.
Until next week.
Okay, and then it is Werbin. What are you doing?
Werberstone. He will attack.
Go. Who are you trying to hit with your staff again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Smacky.
No. Not good. Not good. Okay, so you swing, and unfortunately, he is wise to to you guys getting hit. That last hit certainly woke him up, and unfortunately, you miss altogether. However, where your staff hits the ground, there's a as stuff flies out. So unfortunately, he has not done anything. So all he can really do is lash out with his cantrip once more against you guys. And I think that's against Badonk again. So he pulls back. Oh, he hits once more. This time, the winds sort of swirl around, and he reaches out at you, and there's this torrent of flies that seem to come out from within his robe and play across you there, Wes. You only take 1 point of damage, though. Or not Wes, Badonk. So these stinging, biting flies are just flying all over you, and you're snapping and trying to get away from the wyvern. Let's see here. We got 2 tasty guys in that area there. Orbin, this massive reptilian hunter. Ooh, the head turns towards you. Oh, and that is for sure a hit. So it chomps down. Hold on, but I just rolled 2 1s. So basically, it chomps down, and as the jaws are coming down on you, Werbin, you pulse yourself forward, and it rips a good chunk of your cloak out from behind you. But then the more dangerous of the 2 comes lurping down. You're sort of like, haha, I'm safe, and the shadow is coming down on you. As this tail comes down, what is your armor class?
Duck.
Me?
6. Oh, you're hit, Werbin. I need a Constitution save from you, please.
You're a dwarf. You got Constitution. You got this.
I got this.
Your Constitution is a plus
D20?
1, so you roll 2d8 plus 1. Ooh, and you take 4 points of damage from that stinger.
Okay.
You rolled 2d8.
I thought I rolled 2D. No, I didn't.
No, you rolled 1.
Right. Shit. 10?
Plus 1?
10 plus 1 is 11 is not good enough. Okay, so again, wyvern's poison is insanely fucking dangerous. So what you'll need to do is either die or like start dying, or you can do what's called defy death. You would take 3d4 points of damage, but you wouldn't die.
Let's defy some death.
Okay, go ahead and roll 3d4 for me, please. So you take 3 points of damage.
All right.
So that was 3 on top. You've taken 7 in total from that.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
What? Okay, and then that is that I believe is the end of the turn. Top of the round. Let's roll some initiative. Anybody casting spells? The druid. Let's see here. The druid, I think, is going to.
Werbin, can you heal anybody?
I can heal.
Can you heal Badonk? Can you heal yourself?
Yes.
True Light Wounds heals 2. It's 2 damage plus the roll of 2d6, I think. Like, it's a pretty substantial heal. Okay.
Good idea.
Good to have the healer.
Okay, so you're going to cast a spell then, Werbin?
Yes.
Yeah, you better win initiative. Let's see here. The druid is going to... yes, I know what he's casting. He's trying to cast something as well. And let's see here. Okay, I'm going to roll initiative. Here we go. Oh, I rolled an 8.
Come Badonk.
Come on, guys. So Wes is...
Another natural 1. 2 more natural ones.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Roll 20 has got it in for us.
Amazing.
Okay.
It's like, I think I've rolled about 10 natural ones at this point.
Well, Wes, you know you get to roll your initiative twice, remember? Because of alert.
Yeah, that's right. That was considerable improvement.
Yeah, a 5 or a 5. Fuck.
Yeah, I'll take.
Okay.
I'll take a 5.
So the druid begins to gesture around. Where's my? I'm gonna grab my BX essentials with. Oh, it's actually it won't be in there because it's not a basic spell. He starts gesturing around, and those flies have been flying out and stung on you there, Badonk. They're swarming around him, and then he gestures with his clawed hand out towards Werbin. And Werbin, you were casting a spell, right?
Yeah.
These things come swirling around you, pinching, biting, and stinging you. And you take 1 point of damage, but you can commit no other action other than trying to get rid of the insect swarm. So, unfortunately, you lose that spell.
Okay.
fortunately, it is the one that you can cast as many times as you want, but these things are swarming around. You're just okay, and then the wyvern, I think, is going to turn on that pesky little, that pesky little halfling comes stomping towards you, and
it wants another arrow
19.
in the mouth.
Yeah, you're. Oh god. Oh fuck. So you take 4 points of damage as its jaws snap out in on you.
Yo.
Doesn't actually connect. Like basically, you guys can picture that. Like it's not until like your last 3 hit points that you really start actually taking physical damage. This is just you keeping yourself out of the way, ducking and weaving. So you leap back and barely miss it, but now this stinger comes down. Oh!
I dive.
Wes, the stinger hits the ground right between your legs and scrapes back as it pulls back for another strike. It does not connect. Okay. So that was it for them. Wes, your turn. What are you doing?
Shoot the druid.
Hey, go ahead.
Wes is like, if we don't kill this guy soon, we got to get the F out.
I don't know that we can outrun a dragon. Unless you have an exit strategy that it's not just run away.
Who has the flare? It's either Wes or Badon, because it wasn't It wasn't Skurg who took it. One of you guys has that flare that calls back. What's his name?
I think it was me,
right.
actually.
Ozzy. Okay, Wes. Oh, nice shot. And it connects with this. Whew, that one is a nasty one. I think you actually take out one of its eyes. It snarls and its tail whips around, flailing around, furious at you. Next up is Badonk. What are you doing?
I'm attacking the druid still.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack. Wes, Eye Hunter, exactly.
Oh.
Now, actually, hold on. Do you add anything to that roll apart from his AC?
What do you mean?
Well, because his AC is really shitty. Is there anything else that you've forgotten to add to that?
Are you and Werbin flanking him?
No. Flanking is not really a thing. Not in this version.
Oh,
No, I don't think so.
No, so you're so close with connecting with him, but unfortunately, he's dancing back, and maybe the kind of halo of what do you call it, of insects around him make you hesitate just a touch, a smidge. Werbin, you are unfortunately spending your action trying to get these fucking insects off you.
Right.
Let's see if are you entitled to a save against that? Not really, no. It's a brutal fucking spell. Okay, so that means it is initiative time, guys. Anybody casting spells?
Yes.
Okay.
3.
The druid is going to cast a spell as well, or do a spell casting action. I rolled a 6 for them. So
Yes, he's gonna get.
Oh my god!
Oh, Badonk. Wes? Hey!
So bad today.
Okay, Wes, what are you doing? You're up first.
I got to interrupt the druid spell, so I'm gonna shoot at the druid.
Okay, you look over and see the druid, and go ahead. Let it loose. Can
I fire off that get us out of here thing as well?
Yeah. Oh no, that would be your action if you're gonna take it out and fire it. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your roll. Okay, so that actually does hit. All right, and I am actually gonna make a morale check for him. Okay. All right. So that was Wes's action, his action. Badonk, Werbin is surrounded by things. Badonk, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Hit him, dog. Smoke him. Take him down.
On Badonk's roll. Not a 1.
Go.
Oh, word!
So he
A
turns and
second
runs,
10, which was exactly the one less than I needed again.
and he screams out to the wyvern. The wyvern is about to come down and get you again, Wes. When it hears its master, scampers 2 steps, and then they're still on the ground, but the druid is on the wyvern's back, and the wyvern is getting ready to take flight. Badonk, your turn. These guys are probably about within distance for you to move for sure.
Drop kick him.
Like, move and attack him. Yeah, I
if you
think
choose
I
to.
will. Yeah, I will.
Are you attacking the druid or the
The druid. I want to try and finish the druid off.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Come on, not a 10. Seriously.
Go. On the upside, because of his... Oh, wait. No, that's like 1 shy of hitting him.
Wow.
Fuck.
That was amazingly bad.
Okay. So this thing is just scampering along too fast. I don't think you're sort of running alongside this thing and not able to get a good thing in. Werbit, take another point of damage.
Oh, that's 10.
Okay. And then it is end of the round, I guess. Initiative.
Can we smoke him before he leaves?
Neither of them are casting spells.
They're going to try and depart. We got to hit him. Come on, Wes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Wes is doing well. Badonk. Badonk. I rolled a 2, so Badonk slacks before them. Vaz is at the bottom. Werbin, how'd you do?
4.
4. Okay. So that means you are after Badonk because your dex is lower. But before the druid. So Wes, you're up first. What are you doing?
Wes is going to take aim on the druid and try and pick him off the back of the wyvern with an arrow through the eye.
Okay. So then because you are spending your round aiming, I think you get +1 to hit. That definitely hits. So you hit, and this one actually sinks into his shoulder because he's getting pretty banged up. He turns back and looks a baleful look back at you. Next up is Badonk. You're racing alongside this thing.
Yeah. Pure evil, so...
Oh, that definitely hits.
Finally, 2
2
damage.
points of damage. Holy shit. So you managed to get a snap, and like you take a chunk out of the bottom side of his arm with your teeth, and then you kind of pogo off or like parkour off of him. Werbin, you take another point of damage.
Oh man, how do I get rid of these things?
Oh, he has to move the spell, or you've got it's a fucking brutal spell.
I gotta what the spell?
One that you will know in 1 level, actually. Insect Swarm. Okay, so you take another point of damage, and then it is their turn. The wyvern, go ahead. You're going to get an attack on the wyvern, Badonk. It takes flight.
Rip its wings off.
Yeah.
Rip its wings off. No. That's not a great roll.
Okay, so with his armor, unfortunately, you do connect with his leg, but you don't think it caused any damage. And this thing, beats its wings heavily and then takes flight skyward. So
Vasquez.
you get a moment to catch your breath and you look around. Vasquez, is on the ground.
Hopefully she's not bleeding out. Been like 3 rounds, maybe 4.
She is pretty fucking banged up, but she does have healing potions on her that you could feed her to get her back up again.
I'll get one of her potions out and pour it down her throat.
So she kind of gets up and she looks around. She's like, "Where is it?
Gone.
Where did it go?"
We almost killed the druid and it ran away on the back of the wyvern. It flew off.
She looks in the sky and then looks around and shocked. "Where's Skurg?"
hiding in the shitter.
I haven't seen him this whole fight.
Oh, he must have disappeared.
Again, you guys are you fucking with her, or do you forget that he was sealed in that mine here?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We tell her that.
Okay.
And we fucked with her a little bit.
First we fucked with her, now we're telling the truth.
Okay. So, yeah, he seems to be sealed in this thing. So you guys race over and
what does she get for hit points back, or does she get any?
she gets healing potion. I think does. What's here? Healing potion. 2 damage plus the result of 2d6 healing dice. So go ahead and roll 2d6. Nice. So that is 3 points plus 2 is 5 points of damage it heals.
Back up.
Badass. Okay, so she's feeling a little better now.
Get rid of the insects on Warbin?
Warbin takes another 3 points of damage before they finally dissipate.
Well, because the druid's gone?
Yeah. No, because the druid's gone, because the spell, these things are sort of like fire and forget.
How?
Yeah. It's a pretty nasty. Well, it's a 3rd level spell, so I mean, like, it does probably the equivalent of like a fireball or something like that. It just does it over a longer period of time and fucks with your action each turn.
Warbin, now that the bad guys are gone, are you able to heal us up a little bit?
Well, once these insects stopped, yeah.
Yeah, they just disappeared.
Yeah, you can that free spell that he's able to cast. He can cast it once on each of you guys, but you can't benefit from that more than once per day.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because otherwise everyone starts ends every session with full health. Then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's just a.
So what does it do?
It does same thing. 2 plus 2d6.
You want to roll those, Word?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Clare? Mr. Druid?
And I can use my healing gloves.
Yes, you can, because you guys can take. You will each heal 2 points of damage at the end of by bandaging yourselves too.
Nice.
All right, so it looks like Werbs has it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first roll there is 4 points in total. Second one's 3, then 4, then 4. So someone heals 3, someone heals 4, someone heals 4, someone heals 4.
Okay.
And then you also heal 2 more from the bandaging.
So I put my 2 on for the bandaging, and I'll put...
Well, that would... Okay. Yeah. Did someone adjust Vasquez?
Yeah, just now. That was from the potion. So she got 4 more back. She's at 9.
Yep.
She might as well be the one to take 3, because if we put a bandage on her, she's full.
Okay.
Right?
So she's still at full. So then, yeah, you and Warbin each get 4, plus 2 from the gloves.
The gloves are once per day, 1d4 plus 2.
Nice.
Well, I'm only 1 hit point short right now without the gloves.
1d4 plus 2? So...
Like, I'm at 10 out of 11. I could use the gloves and heal 1 more hit point, I guess.
Well, you would have to have decided that when you were doing the bandaging.
Oh, it's part of the bandaging.
Yeah. It's sort of like it assists in the wrapping up in linen and stuff like that, and
that's why we got 2 from the bandages, or what?
No. 2 is what you normally get, and then if you once per day you can use the healing gloves to also gain more.
Oh,
okay.
Right, and then everyone benefits from that. Not
so
just
we're all doing pretty good then compared to what we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. So I guess the only thing.
Drink some water.
You can see that there's not really enough left of the Pegator to
heal him.
To really heal him, unfortunately, no. But what are you gonna do with Skirg though? Skirg is sealed in this. Once Vasquez realizes that's what's happened, she kind of goes over and she's like, "What happened? Was he turned into this? Was that kind of sorcery?" And she hits it with her halberd, and then you hear a like very soft kind of like there's something beating from within there. And she looks and she's like, he's in there?
We'll have to take him back to. Can we move it?
Between you guys, this is a piece of, it's a standing stone. So it's like, probably 7 feet tall, about 4 feet wide.
Huh.
So the answer is no.
We'll have to go and get somebody from maybe the Church of St. Yeg or one of the druids.
She's like, "Duh," and she reaches over, and I know Werbin carries this around, and she yanks a sledgehammer off of him and starts wailing away on the side of this thing.
What if you're hurting him?
She says, "I'll take that chance." And wham,
Okay.
wham, wham, wham. He's hitting on it. She's like, "Hurry!"
Scourge, make some noise if this hurts.
Yeah. So she's
keep quiet if it doesn't.
Or I think Badonk definitely has a sledgehammer as well.
Does.
Are you going to help as well, or?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I'll watch the skies to make sure we don't get attacked again.
Okay. So let's see here. Ooh.
Hey, Werbin, do you think you could do anything with the Pegator and maybe lay him to rest or something?
Do what with the Pegator?
Well, he's dead, and I don't know, but maybe you do something druidic to lay him to rest, or
say a prayer.
Yeah,
I can do that. I can produce a flame and burn him up.
Okay.
Well, I won't do that because that'll lose one of my spells.
Okay. So after about let's see, it's 8. After like you can see that the stone outside of the stone is slowly being kind of chipped away, and it's only after about an hour and 20 minutes work that finally there's a smash, and you can see that it's smashed through to the inside. Scourge is inside this thing.
Oh wow!
And he's like, "Get me out of here!"
I'll take a turn if people are getting tired.
Sure. So it takes, let's see here, I'm going to say another 2d6. This is, remember, you guys went around evening too. This is like full on nighttime when you guys finally get through, because this is another hour and 10 minutes. When you finally break a hole large enough for him to finally call out of, and he's like, and Scourge, as soon as you get a big enough hole, he's like, "What happened? What's going on?" And you guys have to explain what happened.
Yeah, the druid fled.
Oh, what happened to the Northman who we rescued from the outhouse?
He's been on his knees weeping that entire time. He did nothing to help with the fight.
Well, didn't expect him to, but he's still alive. That's good.
He is still alive. Yeah. So, and he seems to have recovered now that you've driven it off. He's just sitting sullenly and kind of staring. You think there's maybe some trauma that he has experienced. So then I guess the only thing that, knowing that you are a lucky looter, Badonk, what you can't help but thinking of is that you still have the bandit's stash that is untouched.
Right. Yeah.
And we were supposed to come here to find the Pegator's sword, so maybe that's somewhere nearby. I don't know to what extent we need to try and still accomplish this quest, given he's dead. But we did make a pact with a mighty Sphinx, and we don't want to break that in any way.
Do you remember what what he told you about the sword?
It was taken by the bandits when they attacked him.
No, the why the sword was important.
It was like his family heirloom or something. He wasn't going to be able to progress without it. Maybe we could return it to Serene and to his family, so he dies with some honor, maybe.
Yeah. Right. I think we could try.
Okay. So we'll dig around in the loot and check out the quarters of the soldiers and try and find the bodies if we can. So maybe one of them's got it on them.
Okay. So let's see here. We're gonna once again roll a horde. I should have done this beforehand, but in the last couple of minutes we got in the session, let's roll some treasure here, guys. Yeah. So would Jeff, let's go in order. Jeff, give me a percentile roll, please.
Yes, percentile.
Werbin, can you burn the brambles off the corpses that are around? There's creepy, necrotic, almost kind of brambles all around.
Nice. Okay, so there are wow, 9,000 copper pieces in this hoard, guys.
Mm.
9,000
Warben,
copper.
give me a percentile roll, please.
Coming up.
Low is always good here, guys.
74.
74. Oh, not good. Wes, give me a percentile roll, please.
Urban did. Oh, 2d10. Oh, okay. I'm like, that's an 11. What are you talking about?
Wes,
61?
nicely done. Wes,
61.
there is 5,000 electrum pieces.
What?
Back to Jeff. Give me another percentile roll, please.
Another one. Nice. All
Rolling
right.
up the horde.
Come on.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So you have 2 gems. Kindly, Wes or Werben, it's up to you again. Another percentile roll, please.
All
Writing
right.
this all down. Sorry, I only typed
I'm
down.
writing it down. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I'll give you guys a total afterwards. Come on, Werben. Roll low. Roll low, buddy.
Low.
Rollo. Rollo.
Get low, low, low. Oh, here we go. No. Button 61.
No.
had that one
Wesley, kindly give me a roll again, please. Yes. Ooh. Let's see here. Oh, interesting.
It's my halfling treasure gatherer sense.
Badonk, give me another roll, please. Percentile. Yes. This is
Beauty.
working in your favor now. And Werben, it's your time to shine. Give me one more percentile, please. And
Come
make it count.
on, baby.
Show them how it's
You're
done.
rolling to hit.
Oh, do. Okay. All right, give me 2 seconds here, guys, to consult the old oracular chart here. Let's see here.
So we pull Skurg out. Vasquez didn't die. We got a treasure hoard. We got rid of the evil druid and its wyvern pet. Wow, what a day.
You drove it off.
We drove them off. We
Got rid of them.
Yeah.
They went away.
I think you can successfully count that as a win, though. That's no fucking joke.
I'm not saying I'm not counting it as a win. I'm just not gone. There is.
Right. Gone from the local area at the very moment.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's cool. Somebody give me a percentile roll, please. Anybody.
Oh, 7.
7?
Beauty.
Okay. Let's see here.
That was a secondary roll. What is that? Uh-oh. You're attacked by a wyvern.
Oh, I wish.
Random encounter in the treasure chest. A mini wyvern.
Let's see
A
here.
mini wyvern.
Okay. And
One of the chests is a mimic.
oh, I wish. Okay. So I may need to convert this over for the purpose of Scarlet Heroes afterwards. But here's what you find in amongst that horde is so what the Pegator had. I'm not sure we did it live or on air, but I'm assuming that you would have asked about the type of sword. He was missing a long sword. The long sword. Actually, Jeff, give me a roll here, or give me a roll, just any dice.
Any dice?
Yeah, many dice. I got evens and odds in mind.
Oh, okay.
Evens. Okay, cool. All right. So what there is a there in amongst all the like money and whatnot too. You guys do find 2 potions, which I'll just tell you what they are. I'm assuming you're going to get them identified in town. One is a potion of human control, and one is a filter of love.
We keep that. We give that to Vasquez to give to Skirk.
Yeah. So you make that joke, and Vasquez once again reacts really weird to it. She sort of like hits your hand and knocks it out of your hand, and then she tries to play it up as if it's a joke.
Wes is totally.
Yeah, but she really seemed quite put off by that.
Sorry.
Otherwise, it's amongst treasure there's 2 things. One of them is a long sword that has a bunch of stylized kind of markings on it that what do you call it? That seem to like all be draconic in nature. Like there's the hilt itself is 2 sort of like twirling dragons that seem to be dueling around the hilt. The pommel has a fairly nice gem that's like a red ruby maybe that's clasped in a dragon's mouth, and it works its way up the hilt of the blade as well. That this one seems pretty new as well. Like it's been well used and well maintained, and this seems to accord with the description that the Pegator gave you as to what his family sword looked like. There's also a much larger sword that seems older and seems as if it has had less use, and it's also bigger. It's a big, flat, long, almost like Zweihander type thing that has a dull. It's made out of like a dull metal, but embossed on the hilt. And there's these 2 like prongs to the hilt that go out because it's a really big sword. Embossed on it is a snarling face of a wolf. This is a lycanthrope bane sword.
Cool.
Neat.
Okay. So, assuming you guys are going to collect all your crap, like the coins, I think they only weigh about like 90 pounds and 50 pounds respectively.
Well, we'll launch the flare and get our gnomish friends to come and pick us up.
Yep.
And whatever we can't pick up, we'll hide outside the camp.
I think you guys can transport that. There's enough stuff that you could certainly transport all that.
Okay. We'll transport it, and maybe they can drop us off in Helix.
That's where you want to go?
Well, we'll take most of the stuff to Helix.
I guess because Serane's leaving the next day. So
yeah.
So you guys are dropped off in Helix. He says that he will take the sword back to Sargent.
The Pegator sword?
What's that?
The Pegator sword?
The Pegator sword, yeah. The you guys can keep the potions and the +1 great sword. Lycanthrope Bane. And as he drops you off, he says goodbye. Him and Skirg have big hugs, and then what is it you guys are feeling as you guys are seeing Ozzy's chopper make its way back towards Sargent, knowing that it'll be gone by tomorrow morning?
A little sad. It was nice to meet them. Ozzy, the other
Absolutely.
guys.
Yeah.
That means the what lays before you tomorrow, then, I guess. You have a good night at the Brazen Strumpet, and then next time, return to the Barrowmaze, which awaits. So with that, guys, with the chopper flying away and the moon high above you, the mist of the moors coming in, we will say goodbye to Serene the Flying City and its inhabitants, and we will call it a session.
Yay!
So, guys, let's see here. Wes and Badonk, you guys are both level 4 right now, so you'll get 1 XP. But because Werbin is so much lower level, Werbin's going to gain 2 XP, so he's now at 8. And he's on his way to level 4. So yeah, that will end our adventures with Serene, and next week we'll be back to the Barrowmaze.
And Vasquez, does Vasquez get?
Oh yeah, Vasquez is level 2 now.
Hey, look at that!
Which means Vasquez gets a foci. I gotta see if there's something that'll give her a bonus with that badass old halberd of hers. Okay, so then for those listening at home, thanks so much for joining us for this. I mean, it was effectively just one big fight tonight, but I'll let you guys know as well. So tonight was our first Nemesis fight. This is the first time I've used the Nemesis rules. I take it that fight with the Druid felt different from any other fight you guys have had thus far with Scarlet Heroes, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So that was cool. Like I did not anticipate you guys dragging the Wyvern into the fight, because it was hanging back for the first little bit. You may have noticed. So
I was worried that it was going to engage, and that's why I engaged it to try and draw it away from the fight. I didn't realize it was going to be so fast and so deadly as to kill our Pegator friend. So.
Yeah, he's like with you on his back, he was moving a little slower than it. And these things are pretty fucking quick anyway, the Wyverns, when they're airborne at least. But anyway, okay, so for those listening at home, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can shoot me an email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. I'm going to get out of our game here, guys. I think we've lost Steve for the evening. So...
He's like, fight success, sleep time.
Okay, here we go. Stop sharing. All right. So yes, you also may notice that we have a couple links in the description of the video. One of those is to the house rules we're using. So if you're curious as to what rules we're using for the session, you can click that and see through to the specific rules we're using for the game. Those are a work in progress, so you have to forgive any typos or whatnot that are in there. In addition, you may notice that there's a link to the Heroes Save Villages campaign. That is our charity fundraising campaign that we're running on the channel. If you enjoyed the session, I'd ask that you just consider clicking through and taking a look at the Heroes Save Villages campaign, in which we have paired up with the SOS Children's Villages International Charity. You can find all the information about the charity and the different rewards that are available on that site. Finally, so that if you enjoyed the session, you enjoy the content, you can also find more of my content on my podcast, Dungeon Musings. I've got a link in the description to it on Anchor, but you can find it on Stitcher, on Apple Podcasts, and pretty much on anywhere you prefer to get your podcast. It's just like the channel, Dungeon Musings. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank my players. Guys, thanks for allowing me to use one of my favorite D&D monsters against you guys, and demonstrate the lethality of the summon or insect swarm spell. So scary stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, until next time, happy gaming to everybody, and we'll see you all again really soon. Thanks. See you then.